All right, hello everybody. You are now tuned in to Stackz TV, Behind the Hustle. And today I have a very, very special guest. Let me introduce my girl, my lifelong friend, Miss Airee Smith.
What's up? What's up, Stackz TV?
What's going on?
I'm excited to do this. We've been talking about it for a minute.
For like years.
Yeah.
It's been years, Airee.
Even before I was fit.
Yeah. So it's long overdue. We've been knowing each other since like elementary school.
Way back.
Way back. I mean, Brownsfield, Estroma, like everything.
Everything.
Like, whole life. And I've watched you like during different stages of your life, and I want you to share your story with me and the people who are tuning in. So let's just dive into it.
Right.
So what have you been up to?
Fitness and working out. I work out every day.
Every day?
All day.
Every day, all day.
Yeah, because now this is my business.
Right.
So I used to just be an enthusiast trying to lose weight and make myself healthy. Now it's like a brand, Airee Renee Fitness. And so now I'm training women, helping women have the same success as me. So my days are just full of workout.
Are you like on like a special diet or anything?
I do intermittent fasting, which is what I typically do in terms of like a diet like keto you hear people talk about, or no carb. I'm not anything like that. I eat what I want. I just eat within a certain time frame.
I know that you were teaching.
I was.
Are you still teaching?
Not in a school system.
Okay.
But like I found like the full circle moment. I was like, man, I was in the school system. God, like why was I in the school system? But all the things I learned, like how to work with kids and be patient and differentiate and meet people where they are, I use with my clients. So I still teach. So I teach people how to.
In the school.
But I'm not in the school anymore. If any of my kids are watching this, I know you're doing amazing things. So April 3rd, I was furloughed. April 13th, I launched my website for Airee Renee Fitness.
So is that the moment that it hit you that it's time for me to go full throttle?
I had said like in my last job, I knew I wasn't happy. I was doing fitness like as a hobby on the side. I still had like my sweat and trim program was out, so I was still doing it, but not like I'm doing it now.
Gotcha.
And I had said, you know, I was like, God, I really want to be out of this job by like May or June. I want to just like take the summer to figure out what I want to do. Yeah. And God was like, well, we're not going to wait that long. We're going to let you go in April. 10 days later, I launched a membership service.
Like I've been seeing dance classes, like.
I dance, fitness lives, dance cardio workouts, my membership, resistance bands, personal training, challenges, and I'm about to launch a new program.
And I've been seeing and I've been checking out your photo shoot. Like one of your photo shoots, Airee, it is like so like breathtaking. Like I'm like, oh my God.
I've been trying to squeeze in some photo shoots too. Yes.
She's a nude. I'm like, I want to do a nude shoot. That is like confidence out this world.
So that I think you learn as you get older. Sometimes you create the confidence, or you act as you have it even before you have it. So sometimes you gotta just like do a thing. So I didn't want to do that shoot.
Really?
No, I was really nervous.
It was like
I was really scared. But I told myself, I've been doing at least one thing that makes me scared. Like one thing that scares me. Yeah. Whether it be every day or every week, or like if it comes up and it scares me, I force myself to do it.
Right, you almost broke the internet. I was like, oh. I was like, look at what I'm gonna say. I want to do one so bad.
You should do it.
I think I am, Arie.
You should do it.
I was just talking.
It's liberating.
I'm sure it is. I'm like, she like really stepped out and just said,
here I am.
I have arrived. Right. Wow. So do you have like a bucket list that you're checking off right now?
So now I've set this really crazy goal. Yeah. To hit 6 figures in my business by April 2021.
You can do it though. Like it's all about the energy that you put into it.
My big goal is 1,000 women by April 2021. We've just crossed over 500.
Wow. Wow.
So those are like the 3 big rocks.
You're gonna do it every like. It's like one thing I know about you: whatever you put your mind to, you will accomplish it.
I'm receiving that.
I'm telling you, you will. Like, I know you will. Like, okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. Okay, let's dive into your weight loss journey. How did it start? Like, what inspired you? What was that triggering moment, that little voice inside of you that told you it's time for a change?
Yeah. I was in DC, I was still teaching.
Okay.
And I was driving home. I had bought a program. I think it was like a 30-day program from some trainer, you know. And so it was one of those, like, you can't eat no rice, no bread, like, I was strict, like, hardcore. And I had been doing this for maybe like 10 days at the time. And I left work, I was starving. I'm just like over it. Yeah. And so in my brain, and this is how I just rationalize everything. I'm like, if my GPS takes me past Burger King, then that means I need to stop. Wow. At Burger King. Now that makes no sense, right? When you say it out loud, you're like, how does that mean you need to stop at Burger King? Because you passed the Burger King. Okay. And my GPS would take me like 3 main ways. Okay. 2, no Burger King. 1 of those routes had a Burger King along the way. Wow. So that's why I said, if it takes me that way, that means I need to stop. Wow. So it took me that way. Took me past the Burger King. I pull in, I order, and that was when Burger King had 2 Whopper meals for $10. And that's what I ordered for myself. Yeah. 2 Whopper meals. Wow. 1 with cheese, 1 without, 1 with onion rings, 1 with fries. Yeah. 2 waters. And if you didn't know, Burger King has Lucky Charms milkshakes or Lucky Charms shakes. Lucky Charms shakes. Yeah. So they got Lucky Charms and marshmallows in them. I never knew that. Food for thought. Food. Don't eat that. So that's what I ordered. Okay. Get in my car, I'm driving back, I pull out my first Whopper, I'm eating, just feeling amazing. Yeah. But then I pull out the second one. And something was just like, something just kind of washed over me. Like, really? Like, what the hell are you doing? Really? And I literally started crying in my car trying to eat a Whopper. The sad part is, and I don't know if I've ever went as far as to continue, but I still ate all the food. Really? Like crying. Really? Saying, why are you doing this? But still finished it all. And then me and my boyfriend were living together at the time, and I was like, I gotta get home and I gotta throw all this out of my car so he don't know I ate it. And then that was the second, like you're hiding food. Yeah. Like you're hiding how you're eating. And then you're also like eating 2 Whoppers, fries and onions on the way home. It's like, I can't keep doing this. So was that a routine for you? Like that was the norm. Like if I went to Burger King, that's what I got. Wow. If I went to Taco Bell, I was like I ate fast food every day. Every day. Every day. Sometimes 2 times a day. Wow. And so that was one big thing. You mentioned LLI, which is the one I don't talk about a lot. Okay. I spent a lot of time coaching girls. Yeah, you were with them a lot. I was with them a lot. Yes. I was driving from New Orleans 3 times a week. I remember that. I was like, really, Arie? How do you teach and then drive 45 to an hour to go coach? Stopping at McDonald's to then get on the road to go coach. Wow. Like just developing poor habits, but that's the teacher thing. I wanted to sow into them. Yeah. And so coaching them, and then I also have my dance company that we do camps in the summer, so I'm doing that. I'm coaching the girls, and I'm realizing I'm giving all of this advice. Yeah. On how to be healthy. Yeah. And how to lose weight. Right. And how to like be the best dancer self you can be. Right. But I don't look like that. I think the legacy I created for myself allowed me to have a level of respect. Yes. But the inside of me was like, there's no way they can take me seriously like this. So that was the other piece. Yeah. Like I can't keep telling people what to do and I'm not practicing what I preach. Once you had that internal epiphany, what changed after that? Like what was your step-by-step on how you became into, regularly working out? Yeah. And all of that? Like
How did that form?
I realized I had to take small pieces at a time.
Okay.
So I think the Burger King breakdown revealed my food addiction, which I've been really honest about.
Okay.
And so had, you know, Black people, we don't like to talk about therapy and all that stuff, but that was something I had to do, and I had to figure out, like, why do I do this to myself?
Yeah.
And so I came out of there, like, food addiction, like, lack of self-worth, and like I spent a decade giving all of myself to other people, so I didn't even know how to treat myself.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know how to treat myself. So that was the first thing. A lot of it really didn't start with the workouts or the food. Really, it started with a lot of meditation. It started with a lot of positive self-talk.
Yes.
I spent a lot of time in that decade, like, talking really bad about myself, which is something people don't know. Like, would literally, like, be having a bad hair day, would call myself ugly.
Ooh.
Or, like, yo, fat ass. So, like, I would just really talk bad to myself.
And go in on yourself.
And go in on myself, because I felt like if I said it, then it wouldn't hurt if somebody else said it. Like, if I got it out of the way, then it wouldn't matter. So I had to really shift how I looked at myself. So how I talked to myself, how I treated myself, and then out of learning how to love myself and treat myself, it was like, well, I can't eat Burger King every day. I can't eat Taco Bell every day. If I say I love myself, then I can't eat like that.
Right.
So then my food habits started to change.
Right. So you started eliminating
little things at a time. I didn't just say, like, oh, I'm never gonna go eat a piece of fried chicken again. Like, I didn't go cold turkey. It was just like, I'm gonna eat a little bit less of this, a little bit less of that. And then I was starting to feel better. So I started to work out. The big shift with the workout happened when I left teaching.
Wow.
I prayed on it. I took a $20,000 pay cut in a city like DC.
That is big.
But I was on this whole, like, if I love myself enough, then it will all work out. So it freed up so much time for me to.
And time is so important.
People I took that $20,000 pay cut and never once felt like I was
missing out or losing.
Yeah, I never felt like, oh, I can't go on a trip, or I can't, like, I didn't feel like I had lost any money at all, because I had gained so much time.
Right.
You know, I finally got a gym membership. That was a big day, because I was always like,
which gym was it?
Planet Fitness.
Shout out to Planet Fitness.
Shout out to Planet Fitness, because you did it. I went and I was like, I'm gonna go, and then I started these things called diet beds.
Okay.
And so I started doing those, and the first one, I said, well, I'm gonna work out every day of this diet bed. That was 28 days. I worked out every day, lost 15 pounds.
Okay.
Then I was like, well, I'm gonna do another diet bed, and I'm gonna work out another 28 days. And then that's how I got on this journey to work out for 365 days straight.
You worked out
from September 24th, 2018 to September 24th, 2019.
Let me get this straight. Wait a minute, because this is extreme. You worked out 365 days straight.
So whether it was, some days were more intense than others, of course. So some days might just be me doing hot yoga in the sauna. Some days might be just a run. Some days might be full weightlifting in the gym.
Wow.
But I moved my body for at least 30 days.
I never heard of it in my life. Like, I think
I got to day like 90 and was like, well, let's just keep going. And then I was posting about it every day on social media, so it just became a thing.
And I remember those posts. I was like,
I would have the number. I would post it.
I would see the comparisons, and I was like, oh, she's at it. She's at it.
And so September 24th, 2019, we hit 365.
Wow.
Straight days of working out.
That's amazing. I'm dedicated now, but I've never, ever in my life been that dedicated. Ever.
It was some hard days, like, golly, I'm not getting up today, but it was like I had come too far. Like, if you're on day 150, you can't stop now.
Wow. So I want to rewind a little bit more. Okay. So do you remember what triggered your weight gain? Like, what triggered the bad eating habits and the negative self-talk? Like, what triggered those episodes?
Dance.
The thing that you love
the most
in life. In life. When I say in life, I mean in life. Really, Arie. Like, tell us about that.
So, like, it's dance is like the most individual team sport there is. Like it's about you, but it's also about the team if you're on a team.
Okay.
And then there's so much scrutiny just because of like, especially if you're in this, like in the South, and like these outfits you wear, these leotards, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
There's so much scrutiny around your body. Even if you're not, even if you know, dance in ballet or jazz, like these outfits you have to put on really highlight your body.
Right.
And so if it doesn't look like what the person who's over your team or over your studio or over wherever you are, if they don't like it.
Right.
So if they don't like it, you're getting a lot of that. Like you need to lose 10 pounds. You need to tighten up. You need to do some more crunches. You need to go run some more. Like it's constant.
And I know at Southern University, the dancing dolls, like they are strict on like every facet of your life. Like from how you look, you know, who you are on campus, who you are in the club. It's damn near like a sorority. Like, but I feel like it's even stricter than a sorority because
you got
it's
more
like,
freedom in your sorority. You at least turn up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So dance really put that much pressure on you.
It was that much pressure because I mean, even now I'm fit, but I'm not skinny. Yeah. And so when you're on a team or you're in a studio with women who are just naturally thin, and then here comes a person with a little curve or some thigh, automatically somebody who doesn't understand that goes, you need to lose weight. Right. You're wrong.
Because you've never been like, even like back in high school, like you were never like big.
No, but I had some legs on me.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, you weren't big.
Some people appreciated that, some did not. But it was just a constant, like, it was always, I was the person who was always needing to lose or needing to fix or needing to get it together.
And is it because you were the captain?
No, just because I was the thick girl. Like I didn't look like everybody else. Okay. And so because I didn't look like everybody else, then I was obviously the issue. Wow. So, I mean, that was Scholarman wasn't as bad because it was, you know, I mean, it was high school. Right. But then you start to transition into a team like the Dancing Dolls who have so many eyes on them. So many. And like you have videos on YouTube that are viral.
My name is Airee Smith from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and my major is biology. Okay, ladies, tell me, what does it take to be a dancing girl at Southern University?
Hard work and dedication.
Hard work, dedication.
That about sums it up.
Okay, what about good looks?
You just gotta be gorgeous all the time. You have to be styling and profiling all the time.
And classy.
And be a great dancer as well.
Okay, okay.
Somebody posted it the other day, like that one video, that Two Hearts video.
That's my favorite. Two Hearts is my favorite.
Like, this is kind of legendary.
It is legendary.
Because this was hot before, like YouTube had just got hot. Yeah. Like people had just started, and I think that video was the first video that actually highlighted dancers without showing the band and whoever else. It was just on us.
I have watched that video, I don't even know how many times, because it's just, I don't know, watching it, it just gives me a feeling like, it's like you just embody the movements of a dancer. Like you move so gracefully, like.
The fact that people still watch it and still post it. But even like if you go on YouTube and you look at the comments, all of the comments are about my body.
Wow. See, I never paid attention.
Even the post, I think
comments.
Whoever posted it, Fabulous Dancing Doll, somebody's page posted it a couple days ago, and the comments were about my body. Wow. Oh, she thick. Oh, who is like, oh wow, they used to be thick like that. Like just And so even that, even though like thick is in now. Right. you know, the Megan Thee Stallions and the Lizards of the world have made being thick beautiful.
Right.
It's always been beautiful, but now people are like, okay, we less concerned about like being slim and trim.
Right.
So the comments are not negative, but when you think about like you should be watching this for the musicality and the dance and like how we work the shit out of that song, but yet the focus is still my body.
Wow.
So after my freshman year, going into my second year dancing, that summer, I ate 500 calories a day for the better of 6 to 7 weeks.
Wow.
To like make sure that, because I had been told that whole first season that I was overweight, and that I needed to lose weight, and oh no, don't take your shirt off, y'all stomachs ain't right, and like constantly.
Ooh.
So that summer it was like, okay, I don't want that to be told to me. So I was eating 500 calories a day. Like think about 500 calories, that ain't
right.
It was just, you need to lose.
Wow.
And do whatever you gotta do to lose it.
So you were a dancing doll, was it your freshman year? Freshman year, sophomore year.
And junior year.
And junior year. So what happened in your senior year?
Hindsight being 20, so I used to think it was about my weight.
Okay.
I think that was part of it, because I was like at my largest weight at that time, but I had just got so tired of fighting to be small to then be, because after eating 500 calories, I remember going to the audition my sophomore year and telling our old sponsor like, hey, I lost some weight, and she was like, I don't see it. So then I'm like, okay. So I think after my second year, I was just like, I don't give a damn. Eat what I want. I'll work out. I'll come to practice. I know I can dance. Yeah. And that was just my mentality.
Because you became captain
my third year.
Your third year.
I was co-captain my sophomore year.
Okay, that's what it was.
My third year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I think it was a mixture of weight, and then I'm an outspoken person. Yeah. If I don't like something, I don't like it.
Arie, you've always been an outspoken person. One thing about Arie, she's always been an individual.
I mean, if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I think it's dumb, it's dumb. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes it's not.
Right.
But I think my outspokenness was not what they wanted.
Okay.
Along with like, oh, she not doing what she need to do to keep her body up. Yeah. And I didn't go back. Oh, I didn't make it back.
So was it a choice that you didn't go back?
No, that I didn't get picked.
You were cut.
I was cut.
After dancing 3 years.
And being the captain.
And being the captain of the infamous Southern University
I was
dancing dolls. You were
I was told that my score was a 60 out of 120.
Wow.
Which is why I didn't make it.
Do you think that you lacked the energy to
Oh no, I killed the audition.
You killed
My audition was great. Like nobody, I would, despite, and any dancer I've trained, anybody know, like even at my biggest weight, I will dance circles around anybody. Because that's what I love to do.
Right, that's you.
Yeah, like if I couldn't push myself on a track, but dancing, I will dance all day. Right. Even at my largest weight. So that was never the issue. I killed my audition. So I literally laughed. Like in that office when they told me that my score was a 60 out of 120, I'm like,
you laughed.
Y'all can't even be serious.
Arie, you laughed in their faces?
Yeah, I was like, that's stupid. Like that doesn't even, you can't make me believe that. No, I'm so confident in my ability. Yeah. That would never be true to me. And I just value honesty. And if I wasn't the right fit, I'd rather you say that and we all be able to have closure. Yeah. I still got my scholarship though, my 4th year.
So you get scholarships for
some
dance?
people.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I guess you gotta be extraordinary.
I don't know.
The dance scholarship.
I don't know what happens now. I don't know, but yeah, I had a scholarship. Okay. And I still got it, even though I wasn't dancing, because they knew that it was wrong.
That is.
And I was offered to come back.
You were.
Yeah, and I said no.
I never knew that. Like
nobody knows.
How long?
I'm telling it now because it don't matter.
So when you said no, like was that a pride thing or was it like a?
I had finally moved past it. I had finally that was a hard thing. Like 3 years of my life I gave to that art organization. Like we were at practices at 4 until we had games every weekend.
I heard it
like I had given so much, and then to come out of that and be able to enjoy my senior year of college, I was able to step for Delta. I wasn't able to step before because I wanted to be there. I wanted to be a dancing doll first.
And you were stepmaster, right?
I wasn't, I don't know, no, I wasn't.
I used to always see you in the front, like.
And I led off of the night class.
So I'm like, she gotta be like a stepmaster.
I wasn't a stepmaster.
Everybody wanna know why DF keeps them so hard. I come in my
We had a great team that year. We all just worked really
I
great
ain't gonna lie to you. Just, I gotta keep it real. Y'all know I'm AKA. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Alpha Ty got some damn steppers.
When you be like, okay, what we need on this line? We need some steppers, we need some work.
Y'all pull from every little bit of every little organization, and y'all like
Yeah,
like
it's
y'all
very strategic.
Y'all flip, y'all dance, y'all shit, y'all split. Like I'm just
Everything.
like, God,
we need a little bit of it all.
really?
We're gonna win.
Yeah, y'all have so much spunk, so much attitude. Like,
Yeah. AT way.
Your first shout out to Alpha Ty. Go ahead, shout out. So okay, so you were able to step.
Yeah, and so I think only my friends who I stepped with know, but like I had like kind of distanced myself from football season that year because I kind of just,
It was too much.
it was too much to like go to a game as a spectator, and I was still in school when I knew I should have been dancing.
Did you get asked a lot, like why aren't you?
No, I think everybody knew. So it was a big thing when I didn't make it. Like that was, Facebook was popping in.
Yeah.
It was all over Facebook.
I
like
went to UL and I heard it at UL.
It
like,
was within hours, people knew.
wow, within hours.
Yeah, it was like we were cut and people were already talking about it.
So were like people defending you? Like,
yeah, I had a lot of I shout out to anybody who was hardcore. They was like, no. But we fought it for a while and then we kind of just let it go.
yeah.
But yeah, I kind of distanced myself. I think I might have went to 2 games that whole season because my best friend was still dancing.
Yeah.
So I went to homecoming. I brought her flowers. We snapped it up, like we did the thing, and then so I was cool. But then something about we had finished stepping.
Yeah.
We had won. We was like yay, so excited. But then we were sitting on the floor when the band's getting ready to watch the battle of the bands, and like that was the first time I had like just been in that space in that way.
Yeah.
And watching them march in, like I broke down, like on the floor in the Superdome.
Wow.
Like,
was that supposed to be your last rip?
It was.
How does that feel? Like, cause I know that's like a big thing.
It's a big thing.
That's a big thing. Like,
so I didn't get like a wool jacket. I didn't get my last rip. Like, and so all of that kind of just came down, sitting on the floor by plastic, and I'm just like crying.
Really?
And
were you crying by yourself or?
But my stepsisters were with me.
Yeah.
And they was just like, girl, we just won. Don't worry about it. Like, you good, blah, blah, blah. And I had to just like shake it off again. So I think after going through all of that, like separating myself that season, being able to like be more involved in Delta.
Yeah.
I was able to bring through a line in Delta. I was able to be, you know.
You were the DP, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to her Neos.
Shout out to them. They know I love them very much. But yeah, so I was able to do a lot more with Delta that I wasn't able to do before. Because all of my time, even though I had crossed while I was a dancing doll, I was just focused on dancing doll.
Yeah.
So I was able to do a lot with Delta, and that made me really happy. So yeah, I was able to like work and Delta and go out and just
be like a college
student.
What do you think their reason was why they asked you to come back? Like,
I never should have been cut.
Yeah, I didn't give the legendary Airee to be a 60.
A 60 out of 120.
A 60
Laughed.
out
I
of 120.
literally laughed.
Wow. No, like
Even my mama laughed. Because
Really?
my mama came with me to that meeting.
Really? And your mama has been like, shout out to Arie's mama. Because one thing that I do
My
know,
girl.
your mother, since I can remember, has been there every
Everything.
step of the way.
We shot a workout video. I
Really?
said everybody was like, look at your mama. They loved it. I told her, I said, we gotta shoot another one.
Yes, it
Get
did.
in here working out.
Wow. Like Arie, I'm not gonna lie. I remember like you would bust your ass. Like even before you got to Southern University. Like Arie would be on Southern's campus passing out programs. Like do you remember that?
Yes.
Like I remember that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I watched your
I used to sell them game day programs.
Yes, like I'm like, Arie is busting her ass, but it's like making that connection with, you know, Southern, like you worked for that.
Yeah,
You know?
it was. Southern was the only school I applied to go to.
Wow, you just knew
That's
your
what I wanted to
destiny
do.
was to go to Southern, be a dancer doll. Did you always know that you wanted to be a Delta?
I did.
Really?
I did.
Wow.
That I did. I look back at it and it's like, I did a post like I said, if I died today, I'd be okay.
I saw that.
Go out here and live every day to be your best self. I really thought today, I said, if I died today, I would be okay. Like if I died today, I've done more than enough, right? And so I want y'all to like live in that. Like when you're living today, or you're doing everything you want, to where if you're taken from this earth today, people around you, yourself, God will say, well done. And if you're doing that, it's enough. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be a millionaire. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, well done.
That post hit me in a place. Yeah, because I was like, damn, Arie, like taking it there.
Because I think about how many people can say like they had these dreams in middle school or high school and they actually did it.
Right.
You know, and for somebody in this world, it might not seem like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you danced in college and oh, you pledged in a sorority. But these were things I said I wanted to do.
Right.
For a long time.
A long time.
And I did it.
You did.
So
you did it.
And I did it
with
well.
Style and grace. With style and grace. Legendary. What would you now say to the younger Arie?
I would tell myself that you can still be great. Like you don't have to be on this team. You don't have to be in this organization. You don't have to let these other things define how great you are.
Yes.
And I would also say that your talent is limitless.
Right.
Like society likes to put us in boxes. You know, they like to say, oh, you do production and you are a dancer and you are a singer and you are a...
So you have to stick
whatever.
with this.
So like once society tells you that you are a secretary, then that's what you have to be. And it's like, no.
Right.
And so I spent a lot of time putting myself in boxes.
Yes.
Because even though, and then I think about it, like I wasn't as hard because I was pursuing music after that time.
iPhone bump. Do y'all remember iPhone bump?
Somebody DM'd me on Facebook about that damn iPhone song.
I gotta pull that up. Like I have to pull that up because I loved it.
You got an iPhone, like I want to turn your bump on and let me bump, let me bump. You got an iPhone, like I want to turn your bump on and let me bump, bump, baby bump, oh, bump, baby bump, oh. Bump.
And she was like, I love that song. I was at Southern and I loved it.
Yes.
So I would tell myself that like you don't have to be in a box.
Right.
Because I still love to dance, but I wasn't dancing because I was like, oh, you want to do music. But all of that is linked together, and you know, I would tell myself I'm good enough. Yeah. That I am not a one-trick pony. Yes. And that I don't need these organizations to make me who I am or define who I am as a person. Fitness is great. Like I love doing fitness. Yes. But I also still love to dance, and I also still love to sing, and I also love to paint. You probably saw my easel.
You paint?
Yeah.
Arie. Wait a minute. Wait a a minute. You paint, Arie?
Just for fun.
For fun?
Yeah.
How do you pick up painting? Like, I never knew that about you, Arie. Like, I thought I was like...
All my paintings are at my mother's house.
Wow.
But, like,
I'm an artist, like...
And I decided that is who I am.
Yes.
I am an artist.
Yes.
And a creative. And I am not just one thing. And I'm trying to just like weave all of these things to differentiate my fitness.
Right.
And what I bring.
Yes.
From all of the other trainers out in the world. Like I can be a dancing, singing, fitness trainer.
And that's what I always liked about Arie. Like you've always been an individual. Like you always stood out. Like you always had your own style. Like you always had your own mind. Like you didn't follow the crowd. You invented the trend. Like you set that. Like I'm serious, Arie. Like
I don't even look at myself like
I look at it like that because you know, like you pay attention to the people that you grow up with.
Yeah.
So, you know, you are one person that I've always paid attention to because you stood out in a way that other people didn't. And to have, you know, a mindset that was, you knew who you were back then, it was just different. Like you didn't care about who liked you and who didn't. Like, and to have that particular mindset back then, it's a big deal because so many people want to be liked.
Yeah.
They want to be accepted.
I felt that way about you though.
Really, Arie?
Yes. I felt like you did not care. I was like, I should just be out here living her best life. Like I literally felt that like in high school, like you just, like you was playing basketball with Miss Scotlandville. Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My sister was, when we were, you know, they had the 9th grade school when we were in our senior year, and they even still talk about you and like how much they just remembered you and how great you were.
Wow, shout out to that 9th grade class.
They was lit.
Shout out to that 9th grade class because that is what really made me win Miss Scotlandville. Like that 9th grade class.
2008.
Yes, shout out to them, like Scotlandville class of 2008, like, you know, being Miss Scotlandville 2005 was like, that was my dream. Yeah. Like, of being Miss Scotlandville. I'm from Scotlandville.
And my sister went on to become Miss Scotlandville.
She did.
And it had a lot to do with you.
Really? Like, shout out to Arie. Shout out to Arie. Like,
so you were the same way, just like an individual, killing it, just like didn't care. I think a lot of us in that class had that.
A lot of us.
We didn't really care.
We had a very talented class, like of just individuals. Shout out the class of 2005. Like,
Eagles. Okay.
Scotlandville Eagles. What legacy do you want to leave?
We, as Black people, we're already forced to think that certain levels are enough. And if I died at any point, I would want people to know or to realize or to have seen in myself that it was never enough. There is no ceiling.
Got you.
The sky is not the limit.
Most definitely.
The stars are not the limit.
Most definitely.
Wherever the hell these aliens at, they not the limit. You know what I mean? And like, we all have this potential that we have to own and we have to tap into, and we have to have a level of fearlessness that allows us to get there.
Right.
And especially for young Black people. Yes. You cannot settle for what society tells you is enough.
Are you ever asked, have you ever had a weight loss surgery?
Yeah. People ask that.
Really? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel a couple things. I had like a consultation, I had financing for a vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So I was gonna have surgery before I lost weight.
So there was a thought.
It was a thought.
Okay.
So part of me is just like, you know, I get that a lot of people see that as an option. And a lot of people, especially in 2020 in this day and age, like plastic surgery and surgery in general are just, they're cheaper and they're easier to get now, and it's an option. So sometimes it makes me really sad because I'm just like, dang. And then it also kind of frustrates me because I'm like, no, like I worked my ass off.
365 days.
I'm like, no, I did not have a surgery. So I kind of go into different spaces sometimes when people ask me that.
Yes.
But I think the biggest thing I always try to relay to anybody asking me that is that they don't need to have surgery. I was about to do it.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it.
Wow.
Consultation was set, and my boyfriend at the time was the one who said I didn't need to do it. So
Yeah.
shout out to him.
Yes.
And then the other part is just like, hell no! Do y'all not see y'all not follow me? Do y'all not see all this damn working out I do?
Describe the impact that your journey has had on others.
I've talked a lot about things I struggle with my weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
So my big 3 things that I talk about a lot is being insulin resistant,
Okay.
which I just got new blood work and I don't have insulin resistance anymore.
Yes.
Like, you know, just trying to not be on that diabetic pathway.
Yes.
So dealing with that. Depression was a huge like thing that I battled for a while, and then my food addiction. And so being really transparent and open about that, I have so many of the women who I work with who either are diabetic, pre-diabetic, or fighting that, you know, precursor in their families, like seeing their moms or dads, grandmas, or whoever, and don't want that to be them.
Yes.
So we connect a lot in that way. Like 80% of my women who I work with are battling one of these things.
Wow.
And so it's like this direct connection that links us together, which is why I talk about it so much and share, and like really am open and honest about when I'm having rough mental health days, or when I'm having a day where I want to binge eat and I gotta fight this urge, because I know that this is a direct impact on the women that I serve.
Right.
So my story and my struggles have been a direct reflection of the women that I work with now.
How has the pandemic affected you?
Sometimes it can be hard to say what has gone well for you in 2020 because it has been so bad for so many people.
Right.
So, you know, I got furloughed, so I was like, boom. But then I launched my website, so I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Then I was like getting all these people in the challenge, so I'm up, I'm like really happy and excited that I was finally able to start my business. But then a lot of death started to surround me during the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had got to the point during like around maybe May, like I was at like 135 pounds.
135?
Yeah, I'm 150 now.
Okay.
I had just got real, just like, cause all I wanted to do was work out, just to keep my mind off of the pandemic, off of the death, off of the tragedy, like off of all of it. So I was just working out. Yeah. All the time, constantly. So that I had a real like low point. And then I really got back into my meditation, into the time that I need to set my day up for success.
Yeah. Now that you are at this point, when you look in the mirror, what do you see now?
It's so many days where I don't recognize who I am. In the best way, not in a negative way, because for the better of 10, 12 years, didn't think I could be this person.
Wow.
Because, you know, I got so many things, so many voices, your own, your parents, mentors, friends will talk you out of destinies.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even them, it's just the enemy.
Yeah.
Right? But the enemy comes through people you trust.
Right.
So I didn't think I could be this person. I didn't think, I never thought I would lose the weight. I spent many years just saying, like, if they need more big women in the world, like, just be, like, why are you mad? Like, just be fine. Like, but it wasn't about big or small. Like, I didn't want to die.
Right.
That's the part when people say, wow, what happened? It's like, I did this to save my life.
Wow.
If I would not have gone on the journey I went on, I would not be sitting here today. Nah, I lie. I just let these moments kind of. I would not be sitting here today. I haven't been. I've been trying to find a way to kind of talk about this piece. I've actually, I don't know, it's been on my heart to write a book. I don't have time, God, though. I keep trying to tell you that, Jesus. But September is Suicide Awareness Month. A lot of people don't know that, unless you are like in that community of people. People don't know that. But I have tried to take my life twice. Because I didn't like who I was. I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. I didn't like the person I had allowed myself to become. What I was doing with my life was never what I wanted to do. It was never, I always knew I should be doing more. That my life was not meant to be what it was. And I don't take away my time teaching. I love my kids I taught. Like, I still have connections with so many of them. And I won't change that time, but I knew my life that was not it. And my kids would ask me, Miss Smith, why are you here? Ooh. They would see clips, they would figure out that I used to dance, or they would figure out or see glimpses of who I really was supposed to be.
Because they see you in a larger light, in a larger capacity.
And though the devil was super busy using other people closer to me, God was showing me in those moments, but I wasn't ready to listen. And my kids would have it every year, and then without fail, from New Orleans to Washington, D.C. Why are you here?
Wow.
And so I look at myself now, I don't, sometimes I don't recognize myself, because I'm shocked that I did it. I'm shocked that I was able to really come out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
Yes.
With the person that I am. I'm at peace with this person. This person makes me smile every day. Like, I am perfectly fine being in the presence of this person.
Yes.
Because I know that the person I am now is on the path. I don't even know. Like, I believe so wholly in the fact that what I think, right? I talked about this big goal of $100,000. I know without a shadow of a doubt that that will be exceeded.
Yes, it will be.
And I can't even see the plan. I see my plan, but I can't even see God's plan. But I know that I am now walking in my purpose.
Yes.
So I love this person.
Arie, that's so beautiful. During COVID, like you've mentioned, you've experienced a lot of death. Was there any part of the pandemic where you had beauty, like light, you know?
I've learned, like, the only person that can stop me is me. The only person who can hurt me is me.
Right.
The only person who can shift my energy is me.
Right.
Like, we give people too much power.
Too much.
We give social media, things, material things, we give all of it way too much power.
Too much.
Over how we respond, how we feel, how we believe in ourselves, how we act. And if we just hold on to the power,
right,
that's where the peace is.
Yes.
So I sat down and I realized that, yeah, I had forgiven friends for hurting me, or exes, or whatever. You forgive people.
Right.
But a lot of times we don't forgive ourselves.
Ooh.
So I sat in that mirror and I just named it all.
Yeah.
The Burger King incident.
Yeah.
Going back to school when I really didn't want to.
Yeah.
Working a job, being in the school system as long as I was, knowing from year one that it wasn't what I wanted to do.
Ooh, talk about
it. And it's like, forgave myself for the time that I took for myself. And the life that I took for myself. And that's when I knew, I think God saw that I was ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Before. And if anybody asked, they'd be like, "Oh, why fitness?" I said it. I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
God put me in this space. I didn't want to be a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love what I do.
Yeah.
But that I forgave myself, and God said, "Now you're ready."
Yes. How did it feel to put on that uniform again?
it was the first time, well, not the first, because I did a photo shoot when I finally lost the weight, like in some dancing doll stuff. But like to go out in front of people and dance, it was the first time that I was not worried about what is somebody gonna say about my body.
Describe that feeling. Like, is it like oh, y'all see me? Y'all see me?
It was like the confidence was on 10.
I already know. I saw the pictures.
You know,
I saw the clips. I'm like, oh yeah.
I marched in there like it was 2005.
I know you did.
Because I'm just like, I know can't none, all of y'all who used to talk about my body, all of y'all who used to be on them band platforms or YouTube or whatever, y'all, there's nothing you can say about me.
You can't tell her shit.
There's nothing you can say about me, and it was such a liberating feeling.
It was a rush.
It was, I could have did it all night. It was really great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah,
and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you lost the weight for the reunion." I'm like, that had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Like, fortunately, they, you know, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was already ready.
Right.
I was already ready. My weight loss journey had nothing to do with that reunion.
Yes.
It was just a beautiful, all the timing just worked out.
You look so beautiful, Arie.
Thank you.
I was like, look at Arie.
Yeah. Our era we was popping. Our era was killing.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. That era, shout out to everybody that
like early 2000s, we was killing.
Courtney, Danielle, like y'all were killing it.
So
y'all were beautiful. That was a beautiful dance line.
Yeah,
beautiful. But yeah, if you could describe your journey in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
I'm just gonna go with like what pops to my mind. Okay. First word is beautiful. My journey was beautiful in the best ways, but it was also, second word, heartbreaking, because I had to come to terms with that person I didn't like. I had to face her. Yeah. So it was heartbreaking to like say goodbye. Yeah. It's 2 words but 1 concept, character building. Okay. Compound word. Compound, yeah. It has made me a more passionate, empathetic, and like caring person. Yeah. It humbles you. I have been humbled to my core. Ooh, talk about it. I've been humbled beyond humble. Yes. So humbling. Let's just go with that one. Humbling. I just didn't have that word. That it has humbled me, and now when I talk to women or talk to clients, even men, whoever I'm talking to, they're like, I don't want you to judge me, but I'm like, I could never. Yes. I could never. Right. Like, if you knew the ins and outs of my journey, I could never judge you. Right.
So, Arie, would you consider yourself an influencer?
I struggle with that word. You know?
Why?
In a nutshell, I would say yes. Because what I aspire to do when I share my stories or post or whatever is I want to influence people to live their healthiest life. Yeah. Anybody out there considers me an influence, please know that is all I want to influence you to do, is live your healthiest life. Yes. So yeah, healthy living. Yes. Shout out to Stackz TV, Behind the Hustle. Best interview I ever did.
My girl. Yeah. I love you, Arie. Oh, I love you so much.